Yeah. Thank you for that introduction, Devin. Hey, what's up with it, Kings? What's up with it, Queens? Look, it's your big bro, Demont Pope, aka Mr. Purpose Over Pointless Excuses. Yeah. Look, I ain't got a lot of time, so I'm gonna jump right into it, right? What I'm talking about today is leading with purpose over pointless excuses, right? And I get it, I already get it. Somebody already talking about, wait, I'm not a leader. I'm just a student, right? But right here, right now, this is the Building Better Students Conference. So we're about to tear down. Before you build a foundation, you got to do some demolition. So we about to do some demolition. We about to destroy those misconceptions, those lies that you've been told. Whoever told you that you're not a leader, whoever told you that you can't, we about to prove them wrong right here today. I'm about to prove to you that you are a leader. And guess what? There's a leader inside of you. There's a leader in every one of you. Guess what? There is purpose inside of you. And you know what else? See, when something is important to you, you find a way to make it happen. You find a way to get it done. But when something is not important, guess what you do? You make excuses. Somebody type excuses in the chat right now. If you've ever found yourself making an excuse for something that you know you should have been doing, something that you know you were capable of doing, but you might have been afraid to do it, or you may have been a little uncertain, or you may not have had the support that you feel like you should have had. If you've ever had somebody give you an excuse on why they couldn't show up for you, or why they couldn't support you, or why they couldn't do something, drop excuses in the chat. And I see the excuses coming in the chat. But see what we're going to do today, right? We're going to destroy all of those excuses, and we're going to place our purpose. Yeah, we're going to place our purpose over those pointless excuses. See, purpose is simple. Another way of saying purpose is a reason, right? There's a reason why I'm here today. I got up with the purpose. I got up excited. I got up with the momentum that was unshakable. I didn't even need the alarm clock to get me up this morning. Why? Because I had a purpose, and my purpose was to be here with you guys today. And I'm honored and I'm grateful for that purpose. As you know, I am Demont Pope, founder and CEO of Demont Pope and Associates, LLC, also the author of the book, Purpose Over Pointless Excuses. There's a little glimpse of that book cover right here behind me. But listen, I didn't always know, guys, that I had a purpose, right? I didn't always know that there was a leader in me. See, I grew up in the inner city of Atlanta, Georgia, right? I'm talking about, if you know anything about Atlanta, I grew up inside of 285, right? I'm talking about project living, right? I'm talking about crime-infested, drug-infested communities, right? I grew up. Listen, let me tell you something. Look, I came up on the rough side of the mountain. I'm talking obstacles, roadblocks all around me. Dysfunctional household, broken home. Yeah, I ain't know that it was trauma. Thought it was the norm. Freedom of speech, so we verbally abusive. Physical and emotional too, that's what we do to each other. We ain't acting like we sisters and brothers, falling apart instead of sticking together. I'm trying to speak into your heart right quick, heal up them scars right quick, so you can live free and not behind them bars right quick. And I know it's hard to hear this, but somebody got to say this. And I done been there, done that, so I ain't the one to play with. I got a wife and 5 kids that I'm responsible for. And you the generation that's after them that's gonna walk through the door. So when I open up my mouth, just know I came to speak life. And if you're going through adversity, it's gonna be all right. Yeah, because look, I thought I was insecure. I thought I was insignificant. I thought I was invaluable. I told you I grew up in a broken home, dysfunctional home, where my father, my biological father, he was an old Vietnam veteran, but he came back from Vietnam with post-traumatic stress disorder, and he used to self-medicate. So he was an alcoholic. And when he drank, guys, he got violent because he was angry, because he was hurting. And hurt people. So he was hurting the people around him that loved him the most. So my siblings and I, we were victims. And I'm the youngest of 6 siblings. But my mom, she was the victim most of the time. See, I was born, you know, they say you come into this world alone, and you leave alone. But what about those of us who didn't come in this world alone? See, I was born with a twin sister. And I told you I'm the youngest of 6, but in actuality, I'm the 6th child out of 7. Which means I finally got my opportunity to be a big brother because I was 5 minutes older than my twin sister. That made me big bro. And although I led the way for me and my sister to enter this world, y'all, something crazy happened. My little sister, my twin sister, she became a leader in her own right because she led the way out of this world. See, that's why it hit different when Tess was talking about losing her brother. Because see, I still get this feeling, even though it's been years later, I still get this feeling like I'm missing something. I still get this feeling like, what am I missing? Who's supposed to be here that's not here? Not only did I lose a twin sister, but I'm a father of 5. But what if I told you I had 6 kids? And I lost one of my very own. No parent is supposed to bury their child. My son took his last breath in my hands. And see, today we have a bunch of people who are leaders who are pretending to be followers. And they're doing what I did. They're following gang members because they tired of getting bullied and picked on like me. So I became a gang member. They tired of being broke like me. So they becoming drug dealers. Listen, I was tired of being broke. I'm talking about, just like Logan was talking about, what you know about boiling the water to take a bath. He talked about leaving that oven open. What you know about leaving the oven open with the aisles on top of the stove heated up? What you know about going to bed fully dressed so that you wake up and you don't have to get dressed in the cold? I struggled, y'all. I struggled as a kid, but listen, there was this one person that inspired me when I was in high school and I was on my way to being held back, being kept back, repeating the 10th grade. There's this teacher. See, we getting ready to go back to school, and some of you guys don't know the importance and the significance of teachers. Some of you think the teachers are there just to get a paycheck, but what if I told you that your educators, they could have gotten any occupation that they wanted? They could have learned any occupation, any skill, any craft, but they chose to become educators because it was a purpose, because it was a calling, because there was a passion, there was a fire burning so deep in them. They said, I don't want these kids in the next generation to grow up like I did. I don't want these kids to endure the hardships and the suffering that I did. So I want to be something called a difference maker. I want to be something called a hero. And you don't know that the heroes are there to actually help you. Listen, it ain't about going to school and just passing the classes. It's about learning how to go through a process. See, I had to go through a process to become an author. The first author in my family. I had to go through a process to become an entrepreneur. And part of that process was pain. And I told the educators yesterday, guys, that it was that pain that propelled me into my position of purpose. I was tired of being hurt. Then I came to a point, guys, where I met that educator who showed up at my house very disrespectfully, might I add. I was offended because I thought she was there to hurt me. But I found out that the teacher wasn't my enemy, guys. I really found out at the end of the day that teacher was actually my ally. Now, see, I'm an Air Force veteran, right? I was active duty during wartime. So that word ally means that you got a friend, right? Those teachers were actually my friends. So this ally showed up at my house and told my mom on me. She had the audacity. She had the mitigated gall to snitch on me. She ratted on me. Y'all, she told my mom that I was at the school pretending to be a follower when I was indeed a leader. First of all, I had never been called a leader, but she told me she had a duty. She told me she had a responsibility. She told me she had a purpose, y'all. She had a reason for being in the school building, and she told me that she was going to use her authority, everything she could do in her power to make sure that I'd be successful if I was willing to do the same. See, Logan told you that you got to pay the cost. It's going to cost you something. So she said, I'm going to do my part to make sure that your son is successful, Miss Pope. Yeah, she was talking to my mom. And my mom was hands-on. I told him yesterday she 5'3", and she about that action, y'all. She get real active, and she nice with them hands. So that 5'3" mother that I had, I'm very terrified of her to this very day. Because if I say something out of pocket, she'll still smack me in the mouth. And I'm a father with kids. I'm a husband. You don't do me like that. But I know not to step in that kitchen. I know not to step in that fire because that fire is hot. Yeah, it's hot in that kitchen. So listen, this educator, Miss Ray, I'll never forget her. She showed up at the house with a purpose. And she told me, I'll do whatever I can do to help your son be successful if he's willing to pay the cost, if he's willing to pay the price, if he's willing to do whatever's necessary to get him to that next level. And to speed it up, to make a long story short, guys, I did it. I trusted that teacher because she showed me that she cared more about me than I even imagined. I ended up walking across that stage, y'all. I graduated high school. I didn't just graduate, but I graduated in the top 10% of my class. What am I telling you? It ain't about how you start. It's about how you finish. See, truth be told, I was faking. I was pretending. I was acting. And a lot of you guys right now may be pretending, may be acting. You may be following people who are pretending to be leaders. And indeed, they ain't leaders, they followers. In order to be a leader, you got to go first. See, I tell my kids this real simple. This is a leadership family, and leaders lead by example. That means we go first. That means we blaze the trail. We don't follow trends, we set the trends. So if you showing up with a certain style on or a certain trend, I want to know where you get it from. Did you wear that because you wanted to wear that, or did you wear that because you saw somebody doing it? Because that will indeed make you a follower. So when you acting the way you acting, are you acting that way out of sincere purpose and passion, or are you acting that type of way because somebody did it first? Because if you're not going first, then you're following behind somebody. So we're building better students today. So I told you I'm destroying the misconception that you are a follower. I'm letting you know today that you got a purpose. Because some of you are like me. Some of you grew up in poverty. Some of you grew up in a dysfunctional household. Some of you have lost significant loved ones. But you show up every day. And I need you to know, right, that it's not how you start, it's how you finish. But it's going to take dedication. Somebody type dedication in the chat right now. If you're willing to be dedicated, starting right here today, it's not about your yesterday. Because let me tell you something. Yesterday is history. Yesterday is the past. You'll never see it again. And guess what? Tomorrow is a myth. I've never met somebody that told me that they saw tomorrow. Because every time tomorrow shows up, Seneca, it's today. Every time tomorrow shows up, Casey, it's today. Every time tomorrow shows up, Trinity, it's today. Sierra, today. Cordell, it's today. Michaela, it's today. I woke up yesterday with the intent to get up tomorrow, and I woke up today and tomorrow wasn't here. It was today. So I need you to know today that if you make the commitment to be dedicated, if you make the commitment to be purposeful, because again, if it's important to you, you're going to find a way to get it done. If it's not important, you're going to make excuses. I can't do the work because it's hard. That's a pointless excuse. And we're going to dispel that right now. I need you to know, I just got two things before I get out of here that I need you to do. The first one is I need you to identify and value your tags. Somebody type tags, capital T-A-G-S. That's an acronym. Capital T-A-G-S. Now I'm going to let you know what tags are. Real simple. That's your talent. Yeah. That's your abilities, right? That's your gifts. Yeah, that's your skills. Your tags. See, in the military, we wore dog tags. Those dog tags were our identifier in the case of a misfortune or something happened and we got our lives taken and they discovered our bodies, right? They would look at the dog tag and be able to identify us to notify our loved ones. See, you all were created with the purpose. God gave you gifts, talents, and abilities. These tags are what make you unique. These tags are what make you who you are. These tags are what set you apart. These tags are what gives you purpose. These tags are what makes you indeed a leader and not a follower. So I need you to identify. I need you to locate. I need you to find these tags. I need you to value these tags because these tags are your superpowers. Type superpowers in the chat. If you're going to identify your superpower, if you're going to be dedicated to identifying your tags, which are your purpose-filled superpowers, type superpower in the chat. If you finna be on your Avengers, if you finna be on your, come on, y'all. Y'all know where I'm going with this. The League of Justice. Let's go. Type in superpowers. The next thing I need you to do, I need you to leverage technology to enhance your leadership. See, everybody got phones. Everybody got tablets and iPads. But I tell my kids this, and I tell kids as I travel the world speaking, right? You can use those technological devices for one or two things. You can use them as tools to build, or you can use them as toys and play with it and destroy your future. See, the only thing that makes it a tool is the way you use it. See, I go to YouTube University to find out whatever. I dare you to use your tags. I dare you to leverage, type leverage in the chat. L-E-V-E-R-A-G-E. L-E-V. Yeah, you know the rest, leverage. Type it in the chat if you're going to leverage your devices to enhance your purpose, to enhance your superpower. And before I get up out of here, all I need you to know is can't nobody be you the way you can be you. Listen, somebody may be able to do what you do, but can't nobody do it like you do it when you do it. It's many speakers in this world. No shade to nobody, but can't nobody scream, yeah, like me. Can't nobody ignite that fire like me. Can't nobody speak this purpose talk like me. Can't nobody take you from where you are and place you where you're supposed to be like me, because I know what it feel like somebody done gave up on you. I know what it feel like for somebody to say, I'm gonna give him this much time. And if he don't do it, then I'm gonna give up on him. I'm here to let you know that I ain't giving up on you. And before I get up out of here, this your big bro telling you that purpose looks good on you. Yeah. Listen, I'm going to drop my social media handle in the chat. I need all of y'all to follow me on the gram. I need all of y'all to follow my YouTube channel. I need all of y'all to connect, because sometimes you need that inspiration. You need that motivation. You need that empowerment. Now, I told you that I ain't going to never give up on you, but this is the assignment for you. I dare you to not give up on yourself. I dare you to stay dedicated. I dare you to show up and leverage that technology. I dare you to identify your tags, your superpowers. I dare you to turn those teachers into allies. I dare you to build community. I dare you to set a trend. I dare you to become that leader that you are. I dare you to go first. I love y'all with the love of God, and it ain't nothing you can do about it. Thank y'all for y'all time.